Bonsoir, it's your girl Jade, and this is episode 3 of Underrated TV Shows. We're actually going to be talking about 4 shows in this episode today, because as I was recording them, they're like at least 2 to 3 minutes each, with like the description and everything, so I just decided to put them all in one episode, instead of just creating a bunch of different ones. These shows aren't in any particular order, I'm just reading them off how I have them listed. Also, these are Korean shows. Sorry if I pronounce any of the names wrong or weirdly. Trying to work on that. The first show we're going to talk about is Wanted. Kim Ang-jul plays a top actress in Korea who reigns over dramas, movies, and commercials, whose son is kidnapped the day she announces her retirement. With the help of a police detective played by Jin Hong-woon, she ends up participating in a live reality show where she follows the kidnapper's orders, and in the process uncovers clues towards catching the culprit and finding her son. It ran from June 22nd, 2016 to August 18th, 2016 on SBS. It has 16 episodes, and you can watch it on Viki. Longtime fan of the two leads, Kim Ang-jung and Jang Hong-woon, especially Kim Ang-jung since 200 Pound Beauty. I've followed her for a while there with her acting and certain shows that she was in. I tend to do that with actors that I like. But, I mean, they're extremely attractive. They do a good job acting. The entire cast is actually very gorgeous. I'll put up pictures now of them, but, like, everyone in the cast is pretty good looking. But, back to the show. I watched this as it aired on Viki, and as explained, the team tries to solve cases that are given to them by the kidnapper. No spoilers here, but if you do watch it, get ready for some twists and turns. It's one of my favorite Korean dramas to rewatch because it doesn't just dig into the lives of like the main crew who are working to solve these cases, while also trying to keep a child alive, but also with the people that the cases are about and, trying to solve those and the crimes that are committed. It tries to really draw you in as like a mother desperate to find her son and struggling to keep her image and do what the kidnapper says, while also trying to figure out who the kidnapper is and why they're doing all this to her. But it is still lacking in some areas. It's not a perfect show, but it is a good watch. I'd rate Wanted a 7 out of 10. The story starts to drag a little bit towards the end, but overall, it's a great show to watch. Now on to the second show. This show, if you want action, this is the drama you were looking for. Look Out, or The Guardians, is a drama that tells the story about a group of people who get together to overcome their pain of having lost their loved ones to crime that was like unfairly prosecuted by the, the justice system, I guess. So they monitor criminals 24 hours a day and rescue potential victims before the crime is actually committed. They also embarrass corrupt state prosecutors and make sure that criminals are punished for their crimes. In this show, the simple rule of going to jail if you break a law no longer applies to those who are in power, so the Watchmen band together and help people to get justice. Of course, the cast is stacked with the most beautiful people ever. It aired from May 22nd, 2017 to July 11th, 2017 on MBC, has 32 episodes, and can be watched on Kokowa and Viki. I actually watched the show as it was airing on Viki. I actually watched a lot of shows on Viki, RIP Drama Fever. But back to the show. This show really made me fall for Lee Seung-young. I've seen her in a few things before this role, most notably Boys Over Flowers, another good K-drama. But most people would know her from her role in Sweet Home, which she absolutely killed. Not gonna lie, she's hot as fuck. Anyways, this show is amazing. Right from the first episode, it's non-stop action, very fast-paced, and has great character building. Everyone played their characters well, and I felt like it had a great ending, and the overall cast had such great chemistry. Like, it's a very good drama. I would rate this show a 9 out of 10. Please go watch it if you can. It is an awesome show, and everyone in it, once again, did such a good job. Next on the show is Killer K, or Little Girl K, not sure if that's second naming. Now, I watched this one on Netflix, and let me tell you, I was shocked at how action-packed and violent this show is. It's the shortest of the bunch with only 3 episodes, but let's get into the description. Our female lead is a high school girl whose outwardly normal existence and reluctant character mask her true identity. She is a professional assassin who is seeking out her biological father in order to avenge her mother. It's, like I said, it's a super, super short show, only 3 episodes, released in 2011. Honestly, it could have been a movie. I like the short series format for this one, but like I said, it probably could have been a movie. If you liked The Villainess, it kind of gives me the same feel of that show. Now, warning, it does have nudity in like one sex scene that I was not expecting. It came out of nowhere. Luckily, I was watching this alone, but if you do watch this with other people, just know that there is one scene in there. It just happens so abruptly. They did leave this open for like a sequel, kind of, but like I said, it did come out 2011, so I highly doubt that they would bring it back. But it's a super good show, really short. A lot of familiar faces in the cast. I love the action and fight scenes. I love that it has a strong female lead cast. You know, hardly see that in a lot of K-dramas. Well, nowadays you do, but back in 2011, not a whole lot. But overall, again, like I said, it's a good show. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Short, sweet, straight to the point. I love the open ending, and if we ever got like a reboot, I would be behind it 1,000%. Now, with this last show, the girlies who know are gonna be like, really, this is on the list of like the most underrated Korean shows. We're gonna be talking about Iris. Iris, y'all. If you know K-dramas, you know this show. I know, like I said, some of y'all are confused. This was like the top K-drama of the 2009s. But after all the hype died, no one ever talks about the show anymore. Except if you're, like me, and you were around when it first aired, you weren't really into it. And it's one of the best action K-dramas out there. I mean, we're gonna talk about it, but this show, the amount of hype, the amount of awards, the amount of status that this show gave, bruh, underrated. It aired on KBS2 from October 12th to December 17th in 2009. It had 20 episodes. The plot revolves around 2 best friends from the 707th Special Mission Group, recruited into a secret South Korean Black Ops agency known as the National Security Service. As the 2 friends find their loyalties tested and forge new, unlikely alliances, the journey takes them from their home country to Hungary, Japan, and China, where they find themselves at the center of an international conspiracy. The cast is stacked with some of the most attractive and popular actors and actresses of the time. They're still popular now, but you know what I'm saying. This show had top. T.O.P. from Big Bang in it. Just look at the cast. Look at them. How could this show not be big? And it was at the time. It topped charts, pulling in crazy rating, won so many awards, got a feature film, a 2010 spin-off, and a sequel series in 2013. This was before it was normal for Korean dramas, besides like soap operas, to get a second season. It got a novelization and a graphic novel. And no one ever hardly talks about this show anymore. It just faded away. It's beyond a great show. The cast alone should make you want to watch it, and the action and the story, mama. It's a show to binge. It's only 20 episodes. This is like a 10 out of 10 show. That's right. I'm giving the show a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna go watch it again for the millionth time. Like, every actor in this show, gorgeous, delicious, scrumdiddlyumptious. But not just them. The action, the fight scenes, the drama. The drama in this show. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And the action alone. You guys know what knows about me, but I love action movies. I love action shows, but I am a sucker for some good fight choreography. And this show gives it, mama. It gives. I could just sit here and just go on and on about how awesome the show is and how you should watch it, but Just look it up, go watch it. It's an awesome show. Pretty sure I'd watched the show back in the day when you watching K-dramas on illegal websites, but it is actually available on Netflix, so go watch it. That'll be all for today's episode. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. A lot of these shows you can watch on Netflix, Viki, Kokowa. Just give it a Google search and you can see where to find these shows. I will keep making more episodes. Leave any recommendations in the comments below. I have been watching Korean dramas for a long time, but if you guys have any shows that you feel are underrated, I might give it a watch and give it a review. Bye!